stop and start over.
Welcome to the Inner Space Fab Abs Workout. Joining me today to demonstrate is one of our favorite teachers, Casey Bachetta. For this workout, you'll need a small hand towel. Lie on your back, bend your knees, and open your knees wide, letting your hips open. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. And bring the big toe and the inner edge of the heel together, leaving the pinky toe side of the foot apart from the other foot. Bring your hands into a diamond shape with the thumb and finger together and place this down so that the fingertips are around the pubic bones and the thumb is toward the navel. Take a breath in and exhale, draw your abdominals down, in, and up toward the rib cage. Inhale. And exhale, draw abs down, in, and up. Inhale above this, ribs wide, and exhale, scoop or hollow out the belly. Take your hands and bring one hand up toward the sternum over the navel, and one hand stays down low. Breathe into the top hand, and as you breathe out, draw the bottom hand down, in, and up as though it's sliding under the ribs. Inhale to the top hand. Exhale, draw the bottom hand down under the top hand. Take one more breath in and exhale, draw the low belly in and up. Take your hands onto your ASIS with your fingertips and slide your fingertips in 1 inch and down toward the pubic bones or the hip creases 1 inch. Now scoop out the belly and see if you can feel your fingertips being pulled down, in, and up by the muscles underneath them, versus being pushed out, which would be incorrect activation of the obliques. Exhale, slide the fingertips and let them move. And now go ahead and bring your knees together and rock up to a seated position. Return to this diamond position, holding under the thighs, and roll back to your sacrum. And then exhale, draw your abs in and up and lift up. Roll back to the sacrum, allowing your collarbones to stay wide, and slide back up. Inhale, pull the hip creases back and roll onto the sacrum, and exhale, deepen the abs in and up to lift up. And one last time, roll back to the sacrum and lift back up. Now let's deepen this. If you're able, roll all the way back to the tips of the shoulder blades and draw the abs to lift you up. Keep your diamond shape steady as you roll down, and keep it steady as you draw your abs in and up. Roll from the low abdominals, collarbones wide and open, and return up, and this time roll all the way down and stay down. Bring the hands behind the head, hand over hand. Curl up to the inferior tip of the shoulder blades, stay up and drop the ribs down. Roll back down. Now that's pretty ideal. A lot of students can't do this, so this is where the towel comes in handy. Casey's going to grab the edges of her towel like rabbit ears, and she'll slide her chin to the chest, lengthening the neck, and then curling her head up and over to the inferior tip of the shoulder blades. Stay there and drop your ribs down, belly deeper, and come back down. And slide the chin long, lengthen the neck, curl up, keeping the length, drop the ribs, hover and hold, and come back down. And again, slide the head, glide up, drop the ribs, and come back down. And one more time, let's slide and glide up, stay up, drop the ribs. Now pull the low belly deep and give me a 1 inch pulse, making it come from the low belly, not from the pulling of the arms. Let the neck have all the support it needs. And go ahead and come back down. Now, if you have neck problems, that's a great way to work with learning to lift your head. Go ahead, if you can, and bring your hands underneath your head, hand over hand. Lengthen your neck, and then curl up the same way. And stay here and pulse again. Pulse, elbows wide, collarbones wide. Pulse, 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 pulse. Work deep. And now go ahead and come down. Take your hands down by your side. Bring your knees together for a minute and hug them to your chest. It's important at any time when you're working out with your abs, if your back starts to bother you, you take a little break. So listen in and rest and stretch when you need to. Return to your diamond shape, this time with the feet in the air. And take your hands down by your side, or if you have back issues, you could lift your pelvis and place your hands underneath. Holding on to the diamond shape, lower your legs and lift them up. Don't allow the back to arch, lower. Just to your point of control and lift, and lower, and lift. And let's do one more, lower, and lift. And now go ahead and bring your hands behind your head if you need to, and come up, use your towel. Curl up, and lower the legs just a little. And come up to your point of control. So go as low as you can, keeping your low back on the back, and hold, and now deepen your abs and lift. And do one more, lower, and I want you to hold here. Don't move the legs, but instead pulse, 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 pulse. And lift the legs and lower the head. Whew. Take the arms long by the side, hold your diamond shape, press the big toe and big toe and inner heel together, and curl up, slide long, drop ribs, open shoulders. Now reach your hands long and press them into the mat. And try to slide and reach farther, reach farther, reach farther. Push your fingertips away as you deepen the belly. Press, 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 and press. Now reach your arms long to your ears, straight up overhead. Bring them behind your head. Hand over hand behind the head for crisscross. Right elbow to left knee and left elbow to right knee. Try not to lead with the head. Twist the waist, that's better. And twist. And lift up, keep that gaze out, and let the eyeballs look back, not the head. Lift an eyeballs, gaze back. One more. And then hug the knees to the chest. Take a little shake out, and we'll move right on to our supine leg work. Bending the knees, taking the hands by the side, and again, placing the hands under the hips if you need to for reverse curls. Holding the angle of the knee, you can put a ball behind your knees if you like. I want you to go ahead and reverse curl and use your abs to pull yourself in and then down. And curl in as though you're rolling up a piece of paper. And work to not press the head back into the mat, but to keep the neck and the jaw relaxed. And now go ahead and, if you're able, extend the legs all the way straight up. And the same winding action, the same rolling action as she lifts and lowers. And try to lift up like somebody's pulling your little toes up over your eyes, and lift, press center line. One more time, lift up. And now lower lifts. Let's go away and up 4 times. Reach away, and as you come up, press into the center line, deepen the abs. Inhale away and exhale, pull up. And one more time, and pull up. Let's put those together. Reach away, come up, reverse curl, and down with muscle. Not momentum. That's it. Very subtle movement here. Lift from the abs, and one more time. And lift. Woo! And hug those knees to the chest. Give a little shake. And then go ahead and extend your legs halfway out on the mat for a modified roll up. Take your arms up over your head and align the index finger over the armpit. Now without moving your arms, slide your chin long, curl up. Stay up and drop the ribs and pulse. Pulse, pulse. That's it. Work from the low abs. The head's just comfortably held in line with the spine. And come down, reach the arms back. Arms come up, index finger over armpits, lift the head up. Now this time curl up, and as you go out, extend your legs long. Dive over yourself. Now deepen the abs, pull back in the hip creases. Keep reaching forward and the fingers open in the shoulders as you roll back down, and the arms reach away. And the arms come up. And the arms are still as the head lifts. And then you reach out, stretching, deepening the abs, and drawing the hip creases back. And rolling back bone by bone by bone. And if you can, keep your legs straight this time. If you need to, bend them. Arms come up. Head comes up. Lift up and over into a big C curve. Pull back in the low abs. Pull the hip creases back. And melt the spine down onto the mat. And reach the arms away. And the arms come up. The head comes up. Lift up and over, smooth and gradual. And then pull back, rolling even on the right and left sides of the body. And let's do one last roll up. Arms reach up, head comes up, the abs pull you up and over, and the abs pull you down and back. And hug both knees to the chest, and rock and roll the spine a little bit, and then go ahead and extend those legs back out there again for a little more challenging work. Bring the hands behind the head, press the legs into center line. Now use your hands to pull your neck along, curl up and over, drop the ribs, and come back down. And come up and over, keeping the elbows nice and wide. And now lift the right foot just a few inches in the air. Soften the toes, and now pulse up from the low abs. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Try to hold the foot still as you do the ab pulsing. So the hip flexor isn't lifting the leg. It's just held out there. Lift. One more. Whoo, come down. And come up again. Head up, drop the ribs, lift the leg just a few inches, hold it still, and then pulse up from the low abs, elbows wide. Keep the neck, the jaw, the lips, the teeth, tongue relaxed. Pull. Really imagine that foot's being held out in space on its own. And then go ahead and roll down. And bend the knees. Give a little hug. And rock and roll the spine until you come up to a seated position for some teaser variations. Got to be a pleaser and do the teaser. Casey's going to start with her legs, shins parallel to the floor, and just going to hold under the thighs. And just really pulling the abs deep into a C curve, maintaining the shape of the spine and staying put. Lift the heart a little higher, Casey. There you go. Now straighten and bend the legs 4 times. Straighten and bend. And straighten the abs, hold the position. Straighten into Pilates stance. 1 more. And bend. Now hold the shins still and roll down. Reach away and come up. And straighten the legs. And bend the knees. Roll down through your spine. Reach away. Abs bring you up, not momentum. Straighten the legs. Stay with straight legs if you can and roll down. To come up. And 1 more time. Roll down. This time come up. Reach your arms alongside your ears if you can. Reach for the sky. Reach, reach, reach. And bend your knees. Cross your legs and roll over yourself, coming onto an all-4 position. Come into a nice flat spine. Align your knees directly under your hips and your hands under your shoulders. Now come into a strong cat tilt. Tuck your tail strongly and barely lift your knees. Hover off the floor for 10, 9. Try not to press up so much through the upper back, but more through the low belly. Really let your legs fall away from you and hold this shape, and then come on down. And lift up to a downward facing dog. So lifting up and taking a nice little stretch here. Now bring the chin to the chest and move forward into a strong long plank. And then bring the chin to the chest and use your abs and ripple back up. Unwind the spine, tailbone high. And bring the chin to the chest and curl forward. All strong abdominals moving in and out. Bring the chin to the chest and lift up and spread the sits bones. And again, chin to the chest. Inhale, move forward, head to heel like steel. And bring the chin to the chest and move back and lift up the sits bones. And last time I promise, move forward, find it, get long. And lift up the sits bones and hold, hold, hold. Bend your knees. Walk back. Keep your knees bent, let your head hang, and roll up bone by bone. By bone, open the shoulders and stand tall. Bring your chin to your chest. Roll down, keeping your hips over your heels for as long as you can. Find your hands on the floor. Take a little elephant stretch, coming into a round shape. And then go ahead, press into the heels and pull the sits bones to the heels as you roll back up, letting the arms come over the head for this one last beautiful expression of a strong abdominal core. And bring the arms down by your side. Casey, turn and face us. Thank you very much for being a demo. This will work you out from the core, and whether you do yoga or Pilates or just want a strong, healthy body for anything else, this is a workout for you. Okay, I'm not sure how to stop.